Hey, this is Dancing Rabbit, and welcome to another late weekend pagan perspective. Doing this from the back room because it's coolest and quietest, and it's been awfully hot outside, and now it's getting dark. It's almost night here in Texas. Anyway, on to the questions. I'm not going to restate them because I think each of the hosts has both restated them and put the text of the questions in the underbar. Basically, they have to do with the elements and the idea of a person being aligned with one or the other of the four or five traditional elements of Western magic: earth, air, fire, water, and perhaps spirit or akasha. And once you figure out what you're aligned with, then what do you do about it? Very early on in my time as a pagan, I spent a lot of time working with the elements, not so much conceptualizing them as spirit creatures, as elementals, but as elements, as aspects of nature. Um, the four seasons, the four cardinal directions, the four stages of a human life, the four of the main aspects of who I am: the physical, the mental or intellectual, the emotional, and the decision making, the will. I know you can divide the personality up a lot of different ways. That way particularly aligns with, jives with the idea of the four elements, at least as I understand it. So a lot of my very early magic and working wasn't with the gods so much as with the elements. And as a Virgo, I consider myself to be uh, more in tune with earth element. If you look at traditional astrology, at least Western traditional astrology, there's several other traditions that Virgo, which is the sun sign that I was born under, is considered an earth sign. So that's the direction I have always kind of gone. I have never done any kind of divination or trying to seek out what element I'm aligned with, other than just the zodiac. As far as what do you do about it, um, I could go on quite at length, and if I had prepared and organized something, um, I probably would attempt to. But I would highly recommend that you purchase or maybe find in a library somewhere Scott Cunningham's book, Earth, Air, Fire, Water. It's a pretty simple, but I think profound book about elemental magic, doing magic with the four elements, and then plus a little extra thrown in. This was one of the probably half dozen first books that I read or studied, and it made a huge impact on the way that I practiced paganism, really from the beginning and to the present. So, I would suggest you get Scott Cunningham's book and read parts of it, play around with it. One of the definitions that I've heard of pagans is that we are people who have fun playing around with superstition. And I think that sometimes we take it and ourselves a little bit too seriously, and we forget to play. So that's my recommendation, kind of short, sweet. So till next week, this is Dancing Rabbit wishing you all lots and lots of peace. Bye-bye.